Okay. For you to have a strong, solid business organization, you have to have strong skill sets. And initially, the short term goal is to earn 50,000 pesos per month. And for you to be a solid executive, it will require you should be doing around 5 to 6,000 GSV per month, group sales volume. So, where does that group sales volume come from? It comes from number one, building the organization, and number two, building clients or developing a lot of people who are using the products, or what we call retailing. So when we talk about building the organization, the objective is to sponsor, well, in our case, 2 to 5 LOIs per month. And in order for us to sponsor 2 LOIs per month, we need to have inviting. We need to have 5 guests per week. We need to be effective in closing and follow up. And we need to be effective in doing an NDT eventually, for those who are executives already. If you're not yet an executive, you can ask for help from your upline executive. So, similarly, on the product usage and retailing aspect, our objective is to create retail sales of around 500 PV per month or more. So, makakuha ka na isang Y-Span client per month, that's already good. And develop 3 AROs per month would be healthy. So again, for us to be able to do this, it needs us to be able to do inviting well. We need to also know how to do the demo well and closing. If you notice, in both situations, yung pinaka-importante is inviting. When I talk about inviting, this is the most important skill in this business, because even if you don't know how to present well, but you know how to invite, you will be able to bring people into your business. So, um, so today that's going to be our topic. Now, just to reinforce further what we need to do, our business is about team development. So the most important skill is inviting or prospecting. You need to get people in front of you, and once they are in front of you, then that's when we can move our business forward. If they are not in front of you, you cannot move your business forward. So after inviting, then we can learn how to present, or initially we bring people to the BOM, or we set up a meeting with our upline executive for presenting to our partners. Third is sponsoring or closing and follow up. And lastly is training our organization. So as we do these skills, at this point in your business, you must just master the art of inviting. And when talk about inviting, it can be either of two events. Um, Ideally, you can get them to a BOM, but given the situation today, especially in Manila, in terms of traffic, getting people to a BOM is challenging. But what is more realistic for more people is getting them to a one-on-one. I was sponsored through a one-on-one at the ground floor coffee shop of our office. So if you want to have more presentations, then we must strengthen also how we are able to set up meetings on a one-on-one. So the first thing is that, what do we need to have? What kind of mindset do we need to have when we are inviting people? Um, so who are you when you invite? So most of the people start this business. They have a hesitation on inviting, because they feel that they don't want to be rejected, or they don't want to uh, get people to feel that they're selling to them or asking for money. So one of the mindsets that I think we need to have is to understand our company's mission. So who are we when we invite? So on top of all these, lifestyle consultant, business coach, recruiter, entrepreneur trainer. On top of this, we are what we call a force for good. We are a force for good throughout the world by empowering people to improve lives through rewarding business opportunities, innovative products, and an enriching, uplifting culture. So when we invite people, we can uh, we can invite people in a way that is a mindset of service rather than sales. We talk about service. Our objective is to offer them something that they are looking for or they are needing. And if we are able to offer them something that they are needing and they buy it, then they will appreciate us for that. So, what are the different needs of people? Uh, Number one, lifestyle. Most people have a lifestyle concern that they're not happy with their money or their time. Number two is some people want to set up a business, but they don't know how to run a business or they don't have confidence in running a business. Now, some people they might not be open for business, so you can also be a weight management consultant. You can, you can also be a skincare specialist. Now, ano ba yung objective natin when we meet people? Our objective when we meet people is number one, to build rapport. Number two, to identify their need. And number three, to offer them the solution. So when we meet people, it's not about pushing what we want for them to buy immediately. Our role in meeting with people is initially qualifying their needs, understanding is their need more on the business or is it more on the product? Because as you listen to them, you will hear if they're happy or not with their jobs. You will hear or even see whether they're healthy or not, or they are sick. You will hear whether they have concerns with their skin, or are they conscious with their skin. And so, in as you meet with them, you qualify their needs. Then our service is offering a solution relative or relevant to their needs. So one of the fastest ways for us to increase our meetups is to take away the pressure that you need to close everyone for business immediately at the first meeting. It's the process of sponsoring people can be one meeting, sometimes it's two meetings, more often than not, it's three to four meetings. So the objective is that you want to get this process initiated. If it's one, two, three, four, or five, it doesn't really matter. What matters is that we need to continuously follow through. In any business, ganun na rin yun. Even if you're going to have a supplier for any project or any construction, you need to also qualify suppliers, and it's not always in the first meeting that the buyers make a purchase. They also do canvassing, they also look at the price, they look at the specs. So it's a normal process. Therefore, when we invite, our objective is to help initiate and accelerate that process. So, um, what is the interesting part of our business? The interesting part of our business is that all our products are relevant to all prospects. All prospects. So, paano kung sabi all prospects? Sabihin natin na you have a prospect who's 25-year-old and pretty fit pa. But chances are that prospect might have oily skin or might have acne breakouts. And definitely that prospect will also need EP24, whitening deodorant, and guaranteed that prospect will also need Y-span for his parents or TR90 for his parents, if not for himself. So it's no longer a question whether our prospects need our products or need our business. It is already certain that they need our products and our business. What is the situation? The current situation is that they do not understand yet what solutions we have because they have also not yet very clearly understood their situation. So, ang trabaho natin is when we set up the meeting is to process individuals, process people. And when we say process people, our processing means building rapport, understanding, qualifying their needs, and offering what we have to fit their needs. Ngayon, kung wala silang needs, edi quits. Wala ka nang kailangang i-present. Ganun lang kasimple. Sayang ba yung one-on-one mo? Hindi. Kasi hindi mo malalaman kung hindi mo one-on-one eh. Hindi mo malalaman kung hindi mo kinausap. So, at the end of the day, our objective is to put ourselves in front as many people as possible and qualifying because whether we like it or not, people will fall into either of these three categories. Number one, they are not health conscious, they are not skin conscious, and they have problems with money. So they will end up as a non-buyer, but at best, a referrer. So, sa 50 prospects mo, meron talagang ganon. The second type of prospect is someone who will just say, hey, I like that product, I'll just use the product, but I'll not do the business. That is also important because you have to understand we're also building our client base, customer base. Hindi naman pwedeng buong mundo magiging Blue Diamond kasi kung Blue Diamond lahat, wala na magsaserve ng coffee, wala na magluluto, wala na mag-aalaga ng bahay, na magbabantay ng bangko. So all of these things that we do in this is of course may kailangan din talaga. So okay lang na may user lang, hindi siya mag-business. And when we hear that they just want to do the product and not the business, we also appreciate and thank them because at the end of the day, clients are also necessary for our business to be long term. And chances are you will find more people to be clients than business builders. Primarily because most people are already caught up with what they're doing right now and hindi pa timing sa kanila to do business. So hindi natin trabaho pilitin yung tao na hindi pa ready mag-business. Ang trabaho natin is to find the people who are ready to do business. Now, um, the third type of people that we will find are people who are looking for something different to upgrade their lives. And when you find these people, then you will know that there is what we call a fit. A fit. When we were interviewed in PNG in 1998 pa to, there were two things that there were two directions in the interview. The first was our qualification, which comprised 80%. So at that time, we were answering questions on competence. But in the end, we were also asked what are we looking for in a job, and we were also given an opportunity to ask questions to the interviewer about the job, so that we can assess if there's a fit between us and the job. So when we talk to people, it is not about closing them only, but finding the right people who have the fit to the business. So one of the things that we want to do is we want to create a more casual, more relaxed, uh, sabihin natin engagement, wherein we are not there to close the sale. Of course, if we can close the sale immediately, then we do it. But our objective is to get as many people processed and qualified to become either non-user, user, or business builder. So the more people that you talk to, 100, sa 100 na yan, mayroong mga non-users. Sabihin na natin 40. Users, mga 40 rin. Yung user at business builder, sabihin natin mga 20. Ngayon, hindi natin masasabi kung sino sila dyan. Ang kailangan is, kausapin natin sila para malaman. Ngayon, ang tanong, sino magsasabi kung saan sila? The answer is sila. So, one of the things that we want to do is to um, understand where our prospects are. So, when we talk to them, we need ito, alam na natin, bago pa natin tinatawagan, alam na natin kung nasaan yung mga prospects. So, type 1 will be yung free, self-actualized, independent, may financial freedom na. Have enough time, have stable money. The second type of people are people who don't have enough time, but they have stable money. Parang ako yan, type 3. A lot of money, no time. So they have busy, hectic schedule, tired, pero financially independent. The third type of people dito sa baba, busy, hectic, tired, broke, and dependent. Ito, I think, marami-rami nito, mga 70%. And then free, static, and hopeless. Ito yung mga dependents. So you have to understand that when you talk to people, these people have different needs. And what we need to do is when we meet them, we need to understand where they are in terms of these, and also if they're open to change. For example, um, last week, one of our new executives and we went to a prospect here in San Juan, and the prospect owned a what 8-story building. He was a distributor for electronics. He was also importing furniture, and fundamentally maraming pera. And he was around siguro mga 50 plus years old pa lang. May ilang Lexus. So, you can actually say na nandito siya sa have enough time, have enough stable money. When we presented the products to him, he said na open siya, masakit yung ano niya, yung yung katawan niya, yung mga tuhod niya. Pero hindi siya masyado nagpapatingin sa doktor kasi ayaw niya yung mga gamot-gamot ng mga doktor. Tsaka ayaw niya magpatingin. Doon lang siya sa friend niya, nakababata niya, nasa Canada pa. So, ano yung sitwasyon doon? Yung sitwasyon doon, that prospect does not need the money or time. The prospect is also close-minded. So, we can only do our best, pero hindi natin mapipilit kung hindi open. Ngayon, on the other hand, last Monday when I spoke to another person, this other person was in between jobs. He had left his previous company because he had misunderstandings with the boss. And when I spoke to him, ito yung lumabas sa usapan namin. Number one, he is looking for a job. Number two, he is open for business. And I asked him, where do you see yourself long term? And sabi niya, I see myself having a career kasi I don't know if I am also good in business kasi marketing na yung natutunan ko at business, wala pa akong track record. Now, listening to that, he is open, and I asked him, mas gusto mo ba maging negosyante or mas gusto mo ba maging empleyado? Sabi niya, syempre, kung kaya, negosyante. Pero, sa ngayon, I don't know if I can succeed as a businessman. So, from there, I understand that he's going for business, but he is not confident in business. Number two, when I was presenting the products, he also mentioned, number one, meron siyang, yung galvanic meron siyang permanent wrinkles sa forehead, deep line. Tapos, conscious din siya sa eye bags niya, lumalim na yung eye bags niya. So, number one, meron siyang skincare needs. Number two, he's overweight by 90 pounds. Number three, he has injuries in his joints and his back. So in one meeting, what did I identify? He is a qualified prospect to be a user and a business builder. Now, he signed up a DA form, but he wanted to confer with his wife regarding the weight management. But he is interested not to buy the galvanic spa, just needs to set up a demo. And he is interested, he is actually even eager to have that demo. So in that meeting, what happened? I did not close him, but what's important is that I qualified him as a prospect. The week before, we qualified the prospect as someone who is not so open and might be not the right person for a business partner or even a user because he is close-minded. So kung close-minded, hindi ko na trabaho pilitin kasi closed sayang effort. Pero itong isa, naghahanap talaga, so lahat yung kailangan niya. 2 days ago, I met with another person, and this guy is a co-parent in my son's toddler school. And nung nagkita kami, ang sabi ko sa kanya, nagkukwentuhan kami, pinakwento ko siya, siguro mga 40 minutes. And he was telling me about his farm. He had a poultry farm. Pero habang kinakwento niya, lumabas na yung mga problema ng poultry farm. Ano yung problema ng poultry farm nila? May maganda naman ang cash flow. Yun lang nga, what was happening was that they had a lot of debt associated with that cash flow. So habang kinakausap ko siya, anong naiintindihan ko? They are doing well, but there's also high stress because they need to pay for the overhead. So tinanong ko niya, so why are you open for business? Kasi anything that can help us cover for the overhead expenses sa business namin, I would appreciate that. So sabi ko, what kind of income mo would help? Sabi niya, uh, yung overhead kasi namin, 3 million to 4 million a month. Eh. Sabi ko, what? Ang laki. Oo, so ang taas ng stress niya doon. So what does he want? What is he looking for? He's looking for more peace of mind because in his business the OPEX is huge in such a way that it puts a lot of stress in them. Now, as I was also presenting, we talk about galvanic spa, weight management, TR90, and R squared. And so usapan namin lumabas that he is eager for tantararan, not weight management, not R squared, not Y span. And this is a 35-year-old guy. And he said, alam mo pare kasi vain ako eh. Yung galvanic spa, gusto ko yan. And by the way, magkano ba yan? Ano, 24,000. Kasama yung cleanser and moisturizer. No, sige, subukan ko yan. Schedule tayo. So, kita kami sa Monday. Anyway, ang kaya kwento niya, yung in-laws niya, gumastos ng 100,000 sa Mega Mall para Fraxel ba ang tawag nila doon? Fraxel. So, nung gumastos ng 100,000, limang sessions lang yun, wala pang machine. So, sabi niya, actually, gusto ko rin pumunta doon sa Mega Mall, kaso nahiya ako kasi nung isang beses pumunta ako, tinanong ako nung bading kung para sa akin ba. So, nahiya ako. So, sabi ko, nagtatanong ako para sa misis ko. Pero yung misis niya kasi mas maganda yung balat kaysa sa kanya. So, anong lumabas doon sa meeting na yun? Na-identify that he's open for business. At the same time, he is very vain. So, merong direct need for the galvanic spa. So, what is the qualification of this person? The qualification of this person is a user and a business builder. At itong sabi niya, pare kung nag-work sa akin yan, mabilis na tayo dito. Kaya kong ibenta. Number 2, sabi niya, na yung mom niya, pang TR90 tsaka galvanic spa. So, siya, na-manage na yung weight niya, so hindi ko napipiti yung TR90. Pero dahil na may malawak yung product portfolio natin, then his mom also will benefit from both. And sabi niya, yung mom ko very eager for business. Basta gumana yung product niya sa kanya, hindi mo siya kailangan turuan paano magbenta, kaya na magbenta dire-diretso. So what did I do? I did not push first. I just presented, but before I presented, I qualified the needs and built rapport. Now, as we do this, we will find fit and unfit prospects, and those are perfectly fine. The question na lang is for you to find the fit prospects, you have to also understand that you have to go through the unfit prospects. It is in the same way that when you are, let's say, HR of a company, and you want to recruit maybe 10 management trainees and you have 50 applicants. Siyempre, hindi mo naman pwedeng tanggapin lahat. Number 2, yung tatanggapin mo, yung pinakamagaling doon sa 50 para maging management trainee. So, in a way, ganun rin ginagawa natin. We are qualifying business partners and customers and people who will not be part of our business. And so, there's no such thing as rejection, only qualification. Now, to qualify people is going to require basic, not so complicated skills kasi kwentuhan lang naman yan. Yung presentation, yung flip chart, yung PowerPoint natin is self-explanatory na. Ang tanong na lang is, how many people do you put in front of you to qualify? Because if you're qualifying one a week, then you will find unfit people more often because one lang ang inaano mo ang kaya-qualify mo. Pero if you are talking to 10 people, then you will find more people who are fit. And while there is a ratio of, let's say, ano bang, 4, 4 unfit, for customer, 2 business builders. Standard yon. So, tiyak na po that we will find 2 business builders in every 10 engagements. Ang tanong lang, do you have the 10 engagements? Now, yun yung first question. Do you have the 10 engagements? The second question is, how often do you have the 10 engagements? Kasi baka may 10 engagements tayo every 2 months, every 10 months, every year, every 2 years, wala talaga mangyayari sa atin. Pero, kung meron tayong 10 engagements every week, then we will find 2 new business partners every week. So, this training today is to help us um, increase, quadruple our meetings. Now, for us to quadruple our meetings, the strategy is we need to go to the market. Of course, we will continue to invite people to the BOM, but we will not be restricted solely to the BOM. In fact, the goal is to have 2 to 3 meetings in a day to qualify prospects, whether they are fit to be clients or to become business builders. So, okay. So, here are some principles of inviting that will help us be more effective in making talking to people. So, number one, they need you more than you need them. So, ano yung mindset? You are here to offer them a solution to a present problem they don't have a solution for, whether product or lifestyle. So, ano ba yung gagawin natin? Hindi tayo nandoon para lang magbenta, ando tayo para mag-service. So, ano yung service? Yung service is that we're there to offer them a solution first, by first identifying their problem. Number two, only one person will guarantee your success, that determined you. So, ibig sabihin, meron talagang unfit. Ang problema, pag nadapuan tayo ng drama doon sa unfit na yon, ano mangyayari sa atin? Iaasa natin yung success sa kanila kasi inaasa natin maging positive sila, yung pala negative sila or close-minded sila. And doon tayo naapektuhan. So there's no problem with the rejection. The problem is when you let the rejection affect you. Okay. Number three, you know more than they do. So, kahit na ano pa yung situation nila, ang alam nila is yung ginagawa nila, pero hindi pa nila alam about normally building assets. Number two, hindi rin nila alam about anti-aging solutions. How can they know about Wispan when they don't even have any engagement with AgeLock yet? How can, yung interesting, no, yung dalawang kinausap kong lalaki, they've been around for, well, syempre, Galvanic Spas has been around for more than 8 years in the Philippines. Pero both these guys and their parents and their family do not know Galvanic Spa. And we've been here in Manila doing the business for more than 8 years now. And what more Wispan? What more AgeLock Me? What more essential oils later on? So, ang trabaho natin is to build awareness. And that awareness, we want it to be targeted awareness. Hindi natin kailangan i-present ng matagal lahat ng products. Kailangan natin ma-identify yung need, ma-qualify yung need, at ma-set up yung presentation. You know more than they do. Number four, your role is to make them excited enough to see what you have. Energy transfer. Tapos 3 minutes, siguro hanggang 5 minutes because you're busy and this is important. Now, what we like to do is we want to make it a little bit more casual, no? Because ang nangyari, pag masyadong high level yung inviting, pati tayo nasa-stress. Pero even if it's a little bit more casual, we want to make it effective by understand the qualities of a power invite. So one of the things that you need to, there are three things that can help you in selecting your invitation. So siguro ito na tayo. No? And at this point, I will not show any more slides to simplify our training. But what I'd like you to do is take notes. I'd like you to take notes on this next 10 minutes where I will be talking about how to make a casual inviting script so that you can meet more people over coffee. Kasi pwede naman kayong mag-coffee na 40% ang usapan is personal, catching up. Tapos maybe 30 to 40% din yung business or yung product. Depende kung ano yung relevant sa kanya. So, so what is the first thing that we need to do is that we need to make it more of a relational call rather than a transactional call. Okay, relational versus transactional. So, ano yung relational? Ibig sabihin, nagko-connect ka sa kanya. Kumusta ka na? How's everything? So, diyan pumapasok yung concept ng relevant sa kanya. Yung relationship ninyo, you're building that. Number two, you want to ask them about their current na ginagawa. So, instead of assuming na alam mo na lahat, you need to let them talk. So, how can you let them talk? So, for example, um, yung kausap ko last Monday, he is a marketing director for a beverage company. So, sabi ko, hello, ang pangalan niya Abe. Hello, Abe, kumusta? How are you? Have you started working again? Kasi alam ko, in between siya. Pero hindi pa. I'm taking my time slow. I'm taking it easy. Talaga? Oh, that's good. Anyway, marketable ka na naman. So, by the way, ano ba yung position mo before? Marketing director. What did you handle? So, let them talk about their background. Kung ba parang parang kang nag-i-interview for a job. Pero in this case, for a business. Pero hindi mo na sinasabi ka agad. Talaga? So, anong ginagawa mo dyan sa marketing? So, I handle brands, I develop the market, we develop yung mineral water business namin over the past 7 years. Okay. Oh, magaling ka pala dyan. Anyway, may tatanong sana ako sa'yo. Kasi, right now, I'm working on this business project, on this project. And we're developing a brand from the US that we're bringing into the Philippines. And we're setting up a business team. And yung business team na we're setting up, we're looking for people who have broad experience in marketing on a national scale. Kaya naisip na alala kita. Tama-tama yung nabanggit mo is yung background mo is going to be a big value to what we're doing. Anyway, tanong ko lang, Abe, as you are looking for a different career, would you still be open to considering projects while you're considering new job opportunities? So very casual, hindi high pressure. Sabi niya, yeah, sure. So why don't we meet up for coffee one of these days? So yeah, so sige, when's better for you? Weekday ba or weekend? Weekend siguro para maluwag. And ang sabi niya, okay, maybe Monday or Tuesday. Sige, Monday is good. So eventually, morning afternoon, sabi niya afternoon, we ended up meeting at 4 p.m. So in that meeting, iba naman yung usapan. We of course like pretty close ako. We'll talk more about that later. What's more important is that we agreed to meet, and he was interested to meet because he felt that what we had was relevant and it's also bigger. So yung urgency is when we say that we're looking for a few people to help us with the business development. And we're setting up the team now. So dito alam niya na meron tayong concrete na project na binubuo. Hindi lang siya like recruit, hindi siya seminar. And why is that? Is that true? Of course it is true because you are now talking in terms of your context as a leader setting up your own business team. And you are recruiting people for your business team. So there are 54 attendees today. All of us are doing our own projects as part of the bigger project. Okay, so all of us are recruiting 5 people to become our business partners. And we're looking for those 5. And maybe we need to talk to 30 to find the 5. Okay? Now, so kailangan ma-establish mo yon. Now, the other story is about this guy. Tawag nito, he is yung co-parent ko. So, I met him in a school event. And in school event, wala akong presentation. Puro questions lang. So what do you do? Talaga. So poultry business. He studied in the US. They were previously into manufacturing. So, kwento lang siya ng kwento. So, ako, I am a businessman. I am partnering with a US company. We're doing something here, developing the market. So, very general lang. Pero, hingi ako ng calling card niya. Wala siyang calling card. Yung aking phone number niya. The calling card ko. Kwentuhan lang kami. Anyway, what happened? I called him siguro early last week. Hindi sumagot. Um, Tapos nag-text back na, sorry, I missed your call. I was in a meeting. Can I call you back later? So, sabi ko, okay, sure, no problem. Now, hindi siya tumawag. So, after 2 days, tinext ko ulit siya, hey, Bri, how are you? Are you free to take a call? Hindi naman siya nag-reply. So, for 2 days, hindi siya nag-reply. Until Friday, nag-text siya, hey, John, sorry, I wasn't able to reply to you because my son was playing with my cell phone the whole time. I just saw your text message now. Tapos, I asked, okay, would it be okay will it be okay if I call you later because I'm just in a meeting right now. So, nasa meeting talaga ako. No? Hindi siya sumagot, but later I called him and sumagot na siya. So, pagtawag ko sa kanya, kinumusta ko muna siya kasi ang objective is to relate rather than to be transactional. Relate first before transact. Kumbaga, yung transactional is by the way 30%. Mas importante yung relational. So, una, kaya ako, kumusta bro? Are you in your farm? Hindi bro, I'm here actually. May dapat pupunta kami sa Mooncake Festival ng bata kaso lang nagkasakit si Mrs. So hindi na kami tutuloy. Talaga? Oo, sayang nagbayad pa kami ng 3 tickets, hindi rin pala matutuloy. Okay. Saan ba yan? Sa Xavier daw, tapos school-wide. So, nagkukwento lang siya about it. Pinapakwento ko lang siya. Okay. Pero okay, buti nandito ka, pero how's the farm naman? Kwento rin siya about the farm. So, anong ginagawa natin dito? Relational. For us to be able to get more people to be open to our information, the first thing is that we need to be able to relate to them more effectively. So, nagkukwento siya. And nung nagkukwento siya, okay, nakikinig lang ako. Tapos, sabi ko, by the way, pare, may tatanong lang ako sa'yo. So, ano sabi ko, by the way, tatanong ako sa'yo. Kasi di ba nabanggit mo sa akin when you were in the US? Tama. Hello? Hello. Yan. So, tatanong sa niya, so bro, pakita ko na rin yung screen. So, sabi ko, bro, 'di ba you mentioned nung nasa US ka before, you were working with this home healthcare business. Uh, ano yung ginagawa mo dati doon? So, kaya kwento niya, siya yung IT, back-end, etc. Sabi ko, kasi we're right now, we're setting up a brand from the US. It's very successful already globally. And we're into the healthcare business and right now we're looking for people to help us with the business development. And nung isip namin, ideally people with healthcare background and would also be familiar with the home care project. Kasi yung ginagawa niya dati, home care, healthcare. So yung mga nasa bahay, recovery, siya yung nagsaservice ng mga ganun. Yung tita niya sa US, merong business na ganun. So anyway, in that meeting, in that phone call, I of course I asked him, so kasi ganun pare, I remember kaya naalala kita. So tanong ko lang bro kasi I know you're very busy with the farm. Aside from the farm, would you still be open to other business projects? Sabi niya, actually pare, totoo lang, yung dilemma ko kasi yung time ko eh. So, nag-expand kami ng buildings, na manage ako ng suppliers, manage ako ng operation. So, wala akong time. Pero, I know what you're trying to do in terms of building the market. Kung hindi ako, maybe my mom will be open for doing the business, for helping you build your business. Okay? Meron naka-audio. May party line tayo. Dahil lang ah. Sige ba yung party line natin? Okay. Ito yata. So anyway, so what happened? I asked him, so pare, sabi niya, if you want, I can let you meet my mom and I'll join you and maybe we can, see. Sige pare, I'd appreciate that. Just let me know, maybe kung hindi ka man makaparticipate, maybe you can help us in terms of ideas on what we can do better. So very casual, very relaxed, more on the relational. Sige, would it be okay if we met up for coffee one of these days? Nag-have kami ng schedule. Ngayon, yung schedule niya, hatid sundo, pupunta siyang Tarlac. So sabi ko, ano ba yung okay sa'yo yung schedule? Better ba sa'yo pag weekday or weekends? Sabihin niya, weekday. Normally, nagsusundo raw siya sa Xavier ng mga 2 p.m. So sabi ko, okay, would it be okay if we set it between sundo? Pag sundo niya yung isa, 4 p.m. na yung susunod. So 1 hour, we have 1 hour to have coffee. So, ang nangyari is parang by the way, check, check, check. So, ang nangyari, we identified a common schedule in between Hatid Sundo. So, hindi sobrang we make it easy for them to meet us up. So, sabi ko, sige, why don't we sit down in an hour, for an hour? Maybe we can meet up near the school. May coffee shop dito sa area na to, sa Co-op, along Mabini. Are you okay to meet there around 2:30 to 3 after mo sunduin yung bunso? Sige, sige. I'll just let you know Monday or Tuesday. Sige, sige. I'll wait for advice. So anyway, hindi kami natuloy naman eh. Tuesday kami natuloy. And eventually, nag-change lang yung schedule kasi nasa promenade ng yung venue. Sa promenade siya. So sabi ko, sige, dyan na tayo. Punta na lang kita dyan. So anong nangyari, the one-on-one is adjusted to meet them pero may posture pa rin. So one of the things that you can do to make your inviting more effective is to make it relational first and let them talk about themselves and what they do. So if you're able to help them talk about themselves and what they do, what will happen is that they will feel more comfortable na hindi high pressure yung meeting ninyo. Tsaka hindi too much out of their way. Kasi ang mangyari dyan, kung gagawin natin BOM lang yung ipapapunta natin, liliit talaga yung market natin. So, dapat may BOM, pero mas marami talaga ang one-on-one. Significantly more. So, kung ang BOM is dalawa, ang one-on-one, 20 siguro yan. 20. 20 people in one-on-one. So, the one-on-one can be even a lunch meeting, a coffee meeting, pero the ambience is casual and relational rather than transactional. So, siguro 60-70% relational, 30% transactional. And pag nagawa mo yung relational ng mabuti, doon natin maiintindihan yung needs nila at basically, madali na yung presentation kasi alam naman natin kung may problema, papakita lang natin information, parang uhaw, papakita mo yung tubig, bibili naman talaga yun. Alangan hindi siya bibili. Merong naflatan ng goma, naubusan ng battery, tapos papakita mo ng battery. Siyempre, bibili yun. Malabo na hindi bibili yun. So, our objective is to create as many one-on-one meetings. And the goal is that all of us must be check, check. check, 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 check. Okay. Is the audio clear? Check, check. Please send me a message kung mali na yung audio. Okay. So, so, so when you talk about this, we make it as casual as possible para hindi masyadong high pressure. So here are some tips, no, on how to to make this more effective. Okay. Number one, make it relational and make it more than transactional. Number two, water. Tapos, uh, okay, so if it's business, I'll give you some scripts or flow na lang para hindi masyadong tense, no? Kasi pag script masyado tayong tense, minsan pag so ang gagawin natin mas relax yung invitation natin. So for example, I'm inviting a teacher. Halimbawa, si Teacher Jamie. Hello, Teacher Jamie. Hi, kumusta? Nasa school ka pa ba? Pauwi na. Okay. Kumusta naman? Busy ba sa school? Medyo. Kaso, gato. Okay. Uy, alam mo, believe talaga ako sa mga teachers kasi sobrang, pasensyoso nyo sa mga estudyante. Pasensyosa nyo sa mga estudyante. Oo nga eh, ganun talaga eh. Okay naman so far sa school ninyo. Oo. Anyway, Teacher Jamie, tanong ko lang, sa work niyo, ilang years na po pala kayo nagtuturo? Kwento siya ng ganito. Talaga, pinag-aralan niyo ba talaga yan in terms of formal education? So, kwento siya, oo, kasi merong requirement. As a teacher, kailangan kaming mag-ganito, kailangan kaming mag-ganito. Wow, very interesting. So, you are already trained on how to help people or in individuals absorb new skills and new knowledge better. Tama ba? So, yun, very casual way of getting getting a compliment. So, yun yung reason for you to meet her, no? Sinet up mo. Oo eh. Okay. Hindi kasi may tatanong sana ako sa iyo eh. Ano yun? Meron kasi akong project right now. It's a business project. And right now, we're bringing a very successful company from the US here to the Philippines. And right now, as we are bringing it, we're setting up our project team. And isa sa mga hinanap namin na project team, yung mga taong may perspective na, tsaka magaling sa teaching, tsaka training. Kaya naisip kita. Tanong ko lang, Teacher Jamie, kung maganda yung pagkakitaan sa business, and then it can complement what you're doing, open ka ba ba to consider business projects outside of your teaching career? Siyempre, yes. Ngayon, kung hindi siya pwede sa BOM, huwag ko nang pilitin. Sige. Diba, nagtuturo siya sa, let's say, Katipunan area. Normally, mas okay ba sa'yo mag-meet during school days after work? Or mas okay ba sa'yo during weekends? Hanapin mo na yung butas niya na pinakamadali sa kanya. O sabi niyang mas madali pag weekdays, okay. What time do you finish po? Okay, 5 p.m. Okay na sa'yo, 5 p.m. sa Katipunan, magkita po tayo. And then let's have coffee. Ano mas okay sa'yo, Monday or Tuesday? Tuesday, alright. So I'll see you then. Let's chat. So very casual, very informal. Okay? So, relate before you transact. Make it light and easy. Okay, so that's one example. Another example, let's say you have a doctor friend. A doctor friend is working in the clinic. So you call him, kling kling, hello doc. Kumusta? Nasa clinic po ba kayo? Buti wala pong pasyente, free kayo to talk. Meron nga eh. Believe nga ako sa inyo kasi sipag-sipag ninyo. Alam nyo, mga doktor talaga, sobrang kailangan natin yan kasi sa dami nagkakasakit ngayon, importante talaga yung trabaho ninyo. So, ano tawag doon? Relational. Oo nga eh. Anyway, Doc, okay lang ba? May tatanong ako sa inyo. Sige, ano yun? Di ba, usap na banggit, parang yung sa inyo, sa work ninyo, di ba ang specialty ninyo is internal medicine? Oo. So, yung mga pasyente niyo, ano sila yung mga ano yung mga problema nila karaniwan? Siyempre alam mo na pero kailangan mong tanungin para maka-relate ka mas mabuti. Eto may high blood, may mga diabetes. Talaga? Buti 'no napapagaling niyo sila kasi medyo malala na yung mga ganyang klaseng sakit, eh. Oo nga, eh, kaso lang hindi man lahat ng pasyente gumagaling basta-basta. Talaga? So, pero given your your years of practice, I'm sure you're one of the well-respected doctors in the hospital. Siyempre hindi siya sasagot. Sabi niya, medyo lang, okay lang. So, at least nakuha mo na yung loob niya. Ang tawag doon, relational. Well, anyway, Doc, may tatanong sana ako sa iyo kung okay lang. So, yung transactional natin is slight, mas emphasis sa relational. So, Doc, tanong ko lang kasi right now I am helping out. I have a business project, and business project we're bringing in a top US company from America, and helping them expand dito sa Philippines. So inaayos namin yung project team, and nung nag-uusap kami the other day, yung project team na hinahanap sana namin are people na may strong experience in terms of healthcare, and matagal na po yung practice. Kaya ko po kayo naisip. So, Doc, tatanong ko lang po, aside from your practice, if meron tayong business project na pwedeng magawa na makatulong po sa practice ninyo, open po ba kayo? Open po ba kayo? So, it's very smooth. Hindi masyadong high pressure. Syempre, sige, pag-usapan natin. Okay. Sige, Doc, pero alam ko kasi medyo busy po kayo. So, if ever invite ko sana kayo mag-coffee, when would be the best time for us to meet for coffee? Mas okay ba sa inyo pag weekday or weekends? Sasabihin niya weekday or weekend, whatever. Whatever it is. Okay, sige. What time is it? So kung pwede siya sa BOM, doon na sa BOM. Kung hindi siya pwede sa BOM, saluhin mo na. Tanggapin mo na 1:10, 2:10 ang papasok sa BOM, 8 out of 10 sa one-on-one. So, let's say, makuha na natin yon appointment. Okay, ganito na lang bago ako mag-clinic. Wednesday, 9 a.m. O sige, coffee na tayo dun sa ground floor ng hospital. O sige, I'll see you then, Doc. Diyan lang. Set mo na yung appointment. Okay, now, lahat tayo may bangko. Lahat tayo may bangko. Lahat ng bangko may bank manager. So, kung di mo kilala yung bank manager mo, simple lang, mag-withdraw o mag-deposit ka, tapos tanong mo sino ang bank manager. Tapos, kasi tatawagan natin bank manager, medyo semi-cold, semi-warm. Kring-kring, alam mo, si Raymond Calzado yan. Hello, Mon. Hi. Si ano to, si John, one of your depositors sa Metrobank. Oo, kumusta, sir? Anong balita? Hindi, may tatanong sana ako kasi madalas ako dyan sa bangko pero bihira tayo nagkakausap kasi alam ko medyo busy ka tapos minsan nagmamadali rin ako. Kaya hindi ko lang yung number mo para makapag-usap tayo. Tanong ko lang, Mon, okay ka lang ba mag-usap saglit right now? Sige, sige. Ano pong pwede kong gawin para sa inyo? Ah, okay. Hindi, tatanong ko lang sana kasi 'di ba nasa banking industry ka na for a while. Ano nga palang bangko yung mga ilang years ka na pala sa banking industry? So, kwento niya, 10 years, 15 years. Okay. So, ever since ba Metrobank ka? So, pakwento mo siya. Kasi pag kukwento yung tao, alam niya interested ka sa kanya. And pag interested ka sa kanya, magiging mas relational yung call. So, pag relational yung call, ano yung mangyari? Okay, relational. Mas gagaan yung loob. So, actually, 10 years. Talaga, ever since Metro, hindi eh, maglipat-lipat na ako. Okay. So, ano yung mga bangko na pasukan mo? Ito. Okay. Ever since ba nasa branch ka? Siguro magaling ka na mag-handle ng mga top depositor. Sisingit mo yung compliment. At saka lagi kang pinapirate eh. Siguro malakas ang hatak mo sa mga depositor mo. Hehehe, medyo, di naman. Okay. Anyway, okay lang ba? May tatanong lang ako sa'yo. Okay. Diyan ba sa trabaho mo, do you have portfolios na pinapalaki ninyo? Oo, syempre. Syempre, alam mo na yun, pero itatanong mo pa rin para lang makarelate kayo. Kasi kung hindi mo itatanong yung alam mo, hindi kayo makakarelate. Okay. Tapos, do you also have to talk to top clients and build relationships with them for long-term business? Oo, yan ang trabaho namin eh. Oo, buti nga. Nagagawa mo kasi parang ang dami yata ang bangko ngayon na nagko-compete sa market, no? Oo, kaya nga, pataas ang pataas yung quota, tapos perap ng perap yung trabaho. Well, I'm sure kayang-kaya mo yan kasi matagal ka na rin dyan eh. Ngayon, after that, oh, hindi, may tatanong sana ako sa'yo, Mon, kasi right now I have a business project. I'm helping out a US company expand their business operations dito sa Quezon City, sa Manila, sa Philippines. And we're setting up a project team. And nung nag-usap kami the other day, yung project team na up namin are ideally people na may strong experience in terms of portfolio development and handling key clients or people with high net worth. Kaya naisip-isip ko, since nakikita kita lagi ikaw nasa bangko, tapos marami kang kausap, isip ko, yan na yung expertise mo eh. Tama ba? Medyo, oo. Okay. Tanong ko lang, aside from your work ngayon, open ka ba to looking at other business projects? Sabihin, sige, sige, Kasi kung open ka, okay lang ba? Invite kita, coffee tayo para pag-usapan natin yung project. And tingnan natin if we can do something together. Sige, sige. Gawin natin yan. Okay, so ano ba mas okay sa'yo? Mas okay ba sa'yo mag-meet tayo during weekdays or weekends? Sige, so sisingit mo na. Saan ba yung bangko mo? May coffee shop dyan. Maybe over lunch on Tuesday or Wednesday. Kasi alam ko Monday medyo busy ka rin sa bangko, di ba? Sige, Tuesday na lang para makapag-lunch tayo. So isang isang araw, makaya mo nang punuin ang 10 appointments sa ganung klaseng relational approach. Relational more than transactional. Um, it's very light, but the agenda is clear. Although the feeling is it is still more relational than transactional. So if you can actually make that as a mood or the disposition of your business or your engagement is more relational and very casual, but with the theme of business project, then the prospect will find it easier to say yes. Kasi doon pa natin talaga siya imimit malapit sa kanila. That will increase your presentations. And if you're able to do 10 presentations, which is just basically two per day, no? Two per day, it is guaranteed that you will find people who will need either Y-span, TR90, galvanic spa. Interesting nga meron akong dalawang prospect na nabenta ng EP24 through online. Pero hindi pa nagbi-business. Hindi alam ang galvanic spa, hindi alam ang Y-span. So that's the interesting part, no. And tayo, since ang intention is to develop the business with them, then thank you. Yun yung direction natin. Now, let's say meron tayong isang prospect na like tulad ni Heidi tsaka ni Cesar or ni Heidi na finance manager. So paano ko siya i-invite? So, ting hello Heidi, kumusta? Nasa office ka ba? Busy ba? Saglit lang, may tatanong sana ako sa'yo. Okay lang ba? Heidi, saan ka na? Di ba sa work mo, ano ka, finance manager? Oo, oo. So, ilang hawak mong kumpanya? Malaki-laki na ba? Oo, malaki-laki na rin. Kumusta? Stressful naman ba yung work na finance manager? So, kwento siya. So, bilang finance manager, siguro magaling kayo sa numbers, tsaka ma-detalye kayo sa trabaho, no? Sabi niya, oo, medyo maraming ang detalye eh. Oo, believe talaga ako. So, pasok na naman yung compliment. Believe talaga ako sa mga finance manager tsaka sa'yo kasi grabe, no? Minsan, puyat-puyat, gabi-gabi na, pero kailangan talagang tapusin para mag-balance or malinis yung mga libro. Oo nga eh, ganun talaga eh. Ganun talaga. Okay, pero sa work mo, do you also handle people or ikaw lang gumagawa na? Dati ako nag-gumagawa lahat. I handle people. I train people. Okay, so you're not only good in numbers, you're also good in training people, in developing people. Tama ba? Oo. So, what happened? The, After that, may tatanong sana ako sa'yo, Hides. Kasi right now, I have a business project and we're helping a US company expand it sa Philippines. And ngayon, we're setting up people to be part of the project team. na ideally, nung nag-usap kami, nahanap namin are people na, yun nga, magaling sa numbers at the same time, marunong na mag-set up ng business teams. Kaya tama-tama yung nakwento mo kanina, magandang fit. Anyway, tanong ko lang, aside from sa work mo ngayon, open ka ba to do other business projects? Oo naman. Oh, great. So, isip ko sana kung may time tayo in the next few days, maybe we can meet up for coffee or lunch. O sige, so far this week, halimbawa, ngayon, sa Saturday pa lang ngayon. Next week, mga Monday to Tuesday to Wednesday, may free schedule ka pa ba? Maybe we can meet up near your office. Siguro pwede ako Tuesday before lunch, mga 10 a.m. Sige. Ano ba, office niya sa Greenbelt. Okay na ba sa'yo? Kita tayo sa Greenbelt 4. Coffee na tayo. Maybe sa Mary Grace. Sige. Block off ko na. I'll see you then. So, very casual. Now, last week, I was in a convention invited to be a guest speaker. So, I met some people there. And when I was talking to them, I was not pitching the business. I was asking them about their background. I was asking them about their background so I know also what are their strengths and how I can invite them. So one guy is a trade marketing manager for this milk company. And kinakwento niya sa akin na before, medrep siya. Nagkukwentuhan kami, medrep siya, tapos dati rin, siya, working student. So ngayon, alam mo na entrada ko. So pagtawag ko sa kanya, paano invite? Hello bro, si John to, naalala mo ako, we met last week. Yes, yes. Oy, pare, busy ka ba? We have a few minutes to talk. Okay lang, sige, sige, go ahead. Pare, tanong ko lang kasi di ba sa work mo ngayon, you mentioned that you're handling trade marketing for this brand. Oo, oo. Talaga, matagal ka na ba dyan? Medyo, mga 2 years na. O dati, saan ka? Dati dito ako sa ibang company. Kumusta? Okay naman? Oh, grabe no, laki rin ng scope mo. I'm sure kailangan mataas yung attention mo to detail, tsaka mabilis ka mag-isip sa trabaho mo. Anong tawag doon? Compliment. The compliment will make it relational. So, with that, anong mangyari? Ano sabihin ko? Anyway, tanong ko rin kasi naalala ko, nagkukwentuhan tayo dati. Nabanggit mo na you used to work for a pharma company for the first 5 years of working. Tama ba? Oo, oo. Talaga. So, ano hawak mo nun? Kwento siya. Hawak ko ito. Okay. Grabe, no? So, buti malawak na rin yung experience mo from pharma to FMCG. So, I'm sure ano, na-apply, marami kang pwedeng i-apply na knowledge from each experience. Oo nga eh. Anyway, bro, may tatanong sana ako sa'yo kasi I have a business project right now with a US company. We're bringing in this technology and right now we are setting up the project team. Yung project team sana, gusto namin is may national perspective in marketing and ideally may background rin sa healthcare tsaka pharma. Kaya nalala kita. Bro, tanong ko lang kung on top of your job right now, open ka ba to consider other business projects? O sige, pag-usapan natin. Okay, great. Sige, free ako this week. So, bago ko siya tawag, alam ko na saan yung office niya. Yung office niya nasa BGC. So, alam ko na saan ko isi-set yung appointment. So, okay ba sa'yo mag-meet tayo dyan sa BGC? Maybe, better ba sa'yo over lunch or after work? Medyo busy kasi pag weekdays eh. Okay lang sa'yo, weekend na lang tayo mag-coffee? Sige, sige. Saturday or Sunday is better. So, ibobook mo na. So, araw-araw, ginagawa natin ganun. Hindi siya masyadong high pressure, very casual, very relaxed approach. And we can easily meet 5 to 10 people. And after meeting 5 to 10 people, what we're going to do is we're going to set up the meeting in a way that they can again relate before transact. Okay? There's this other lady that I met and habang nagkukwentuhan kami, napansin ko meron siyang necklace na cross na may diamond. So, kinompliment ko, ganda ng necklace mo. Mahilig ka ba sa jewelry? Oo, mahilig ako dyan. Actually, nagbebenta rin ako. Talaga, alahera ka pala. Ang kwento-kwento na. Baka meron kang gustong bilhin. Ipapakita ko sa'yo. Okay. So, although hindi ako open bumili ng alahas, nakita ko, magaling siya sa marketing, tsaka may initiative. So, hindi ko muna inalok. Nag-build muna ako ng contact. So, paano ko siya i-invite? So, pag invite ko sa kanya, tanong ko lang kasi, di ba, nabagay ko, nakita tayo, meron kang business na jewelry. Matagal ka na ba gumagawa niyan? Kwento-kwento siya. Talaga? So, normally, sino yung mga kliyente mo? Ito, mga babae, mga back manager, mga vice president. Talaga? Mabuti, magaling ka mag-build ng, ng client base. Oo, oo, yan. Buti magaling ka rin kumilatis ng, ng mga alahas. Siyempre, natutunan, kung hilig mo, bakit na hindi, di ba? Okay, ganun. So, anyway, okay na ba? May tatanong ako sa'yo. Kasi meron akong business project right now. And yung business project na to, we're bringing a US company with a new technology dito. And yung technology na to is something that was developed in terms of getting into the mainstream sa Europe. At ang gumawa ng development was a jeweler also sa Europe. And so right now, we're setting up the business team here sa Manila, and the people that we're looking for are people na may experience sa market ng luxury, tsaka marunong sa taste sa pagpapaganda, tsaka sa elegance. Kaya naisip kita. Ang tanong ko lang, besides your jewelry business, kung open ka ba to doing other business projects na pwede mag-complement? Oo naman. So, sige, magkita tayo. So, okay na ba sa'yo? So, it's the same formula, but of course you customize the dialogue based on their background, their interest, their complement, and you connect our project team requirements to their relevant benefits. Okay, so what do we want to do right now? Okay, we have to have the mindset that our work here is to be a force for good. And when we are forced for good, we want to meet with people first so that they are lighthearted with us. At the same time, they are open for us to talk to them. And then number two, when we meet them, we will want to understand better how they think and what are their needs and qualify their needs. So if you do this, you will be able to easily set up 10 appointments per week. 10 appointments per week is very simple. And it doesn't have to be high stress pa 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And maaring hindi ka makapag-present ng matagal, maaring makapag-present ka matagal. Pero ang importante, you initiate the process of relating, connecting, and getting the information through these individuals. And it might not sign up in the first, second, third, pero kung marami kang kausap, magkakaroon yan ng tinatawag na compounding effect. Mamaya, sabay-sabay sa isang araw, 5 ang masa-sign up mo dahil the past 2 to 3 weeks, marami kang kausap na niluluto. Okay? So, for us to be able to do this, sabi nga ni Jordan Belfort, we have to take action, take massive action. So, what do we want to do from today? Okay, the first step is that all of us must be able to write a top 20 name list, a top 50 name list. So, dapat by this weekend, meron ka ng top 50 name list. Yung top 50 name list na yon, meron kang name, may background, meron ka ng compliment, at alam mo na kung ano itatanong mo sa kanila. At after mo ng ganon, you will now initiate the calls this afternoon, Sunday, to set the appointments for next week, Monday to Saturday. And if you can book 5 to 10 appointments for next week, then your business will begin its momentum. Ngayon, anong gagawin pag nagkita na kayo? Paano natin sila kakausapin? In a way na it's also light and not so heavy. Again, relational more than transactional. That topic we will cover on Monday. Instead of having an Age Lock Me training using this same ID number, we will continue this topic so that as you invite people, you will also know how to engage them. 32 minutes on our invite, but getting the process moving forward. Maybe the first meeting is qualifying. The second meeting might be a presentation. And the third meeting might be a sign-up. Pero ang importante is by the third meeting, yung sign-up na yan, hinog, hindi yung hilaw. Kasi pwede ba tayo makasayat ng una, hindi kayo magkikita uli. Kasi hindi na hinog ng mabuti yung relationship, hindi na hinog ng mabuti yung yung understanding kung bakit kailangan gawin yung business, sa ano yung strength ng product. So ano mangyari? It's better to do it right and with diligence. So, ngayon, there are going to be two, okay. So, what do you say if they ask more about it over the phone? How do you handle specific inquiries? So, pag sa specific inquiry, you know what, we'll talk about that. In fact, it's maganda nga tatanong mo yan. It's a very detailed information. Pero siguro what I'll do is pag nagkita tayo, i-discuss na lang natin. Um, if maraming specific inquiries, ibig sabihin more transactional yung phone call rather than relational. Hindi masyado na build up yung complement tsaka yung relational aspect. So, pag magaan yung loob sa atin, wala lang tanong yan, excited siya makipagkita sa atin kasi gusto nila lalo pa gumaan yung loob nila sa atin tsaka maging masasaya. So, if we are able to set it up in the first part that we are more interested in them rather than the business, and the business, by the way, then it will not be a high pressure discussion. It only becomes a high pressure discussion when we are not relational. We are more transactional. Thank you, Jamie, for that question. So, as we prepare for Monday, 7 p.m. On the same channel, same meeting code. I'd like to so itong question ni Ana, how do you engage prospect na prospect mo dati pero inunahan kang prospectin? I may met a former med rep who is now a financial planner, and he gave his card and asked me if I want to do part-time. Kasi assistant MDRT siya. Okay. Well, how do you call him? Pareho pa rin. Hey, hello, Mr. Medrep. O, kumusta ka? Uy, may tatanong sa ako. Kasi di ba binigyan mo ako ng calling card mo? So, dito you are MDRT tsaka sa financial planning. So, ano nga sabi mo? Kaysa kontra mo, sabi mo, uy, ang galing mo naman. Ah, um, successful ka na kaagad dyan sa financial planning. Oo, kwento-kwento siya. Siyempre, kukwento niya, bebenta niya sarili niya, di ba? Pero, siyempre, hindi ka titigil doon. Ano sabihin mo? Oh, by the way, alala ko, nagkita tayo, nabanggit mo dati, AstraZeneca ka rin before as a medrep. Tama ba? Ilang years ka rin sa Astra? Tagal-tagal rin. Talaga? So, ano hawak mo noon na doktor? So, sabihin niya, syempre, bebenta niya sarili niya, etc., etc., etc. Okay. So, yung high sa sarili, sasakyan mo na lang kaysa kontrahin mo pa. Parang ako, sasakyan mo ako kasi kung kinontra mo ako, hindi tayo makipagkita. Pero kung nakuha mo ako, hindi mo okay lang i-lead. We will lead ourselves. Now, ang gusto natin i-assess kung qualified prospect ba siya. Yung qualified kung open or hindi. So, we can only assert ourselves enough by executing it properly and professionally. But we will not force someone who is not open. But what I will do is this, medrep, hawak niya, cardio, pulmo, etc., etc. Oh, anyway, okay lang ba? Oh, grabe, no? Ang galing mo talaga. Kahit na pharma, kahit na insurance, kaya mo ibenta. Siyempre, ganyan. Uy, anyway, may tatanong lang sana ako. Kasi there's a business project that I'm working on. I'm part of this team that's bringing $1 billion brand from the US. So, yung $1 billion para ma-match naman yung ego niya. And right now, kausap ko yung lead. Ba't ko sabing lead? Kasi syempre, mataas ang tingin sa sarili niya. Kailangan mo invent yung lead. And these people are really top of the top rin sa pharmaceutical industry tsaka production companies. And right, nung nag-usap kami, they're asking, or they're setting up the project team. And hihanap nila yung mga tao na malawak na experience sa medical industry in terms of healthcare. At the same time, magaling sa sales and marketing. Kaya nag-usap kami, ikaw kaagad naalala ko kasi ikaw na yung isa sa pinaka magaling na kilala ko sa sales and marketing. Kasi may healthcare experience ka pa talaga. O syempre, palakpak tenga niya. Kung anyway, tatanong ko lang sana kasi alam ko successful yan sa insurance. Besides that, if are you still open to doing other business projects na ma-maximize mo yung experience mo from before? Yes or no lang naman eh. Sabi niya, no, I'm focused here. Yes, sige, pag-usapan natin. Sige, pakilala kita dun sa friend ko, who's the lead project manager, and maybe tingnan natin kung ano yung pwedeng i-develop together. So again, not so confrontational, very collaborative, not so high stress, more relaxed. Now, kung sabi niya hindi, di tapos. Next, 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 next. Hindi mo talaga natin mapipilit ang close-minded. Pero mamahan kang open-minded, and yun yung interest natin, yung mga open-minded. Now, for now, we will close this meeting. When they said no, hindi naman, go back to them after 3 months. Uh, Lisa, siguro, thank you for that question. When they said no, it means that they might be not be the right people to invest our time in right now. For everyone that says no to you, there is going to be 4 to 5 people who will say yes. We want to move on and talk to the people who are going to say yes so that yung efforts natin mas productive, mas efficient. Kaysa yung no na, parang yung patay bubuhayan mahirap. Pero yung buhay, papasiglahin, mas madali. Yung masigla, papasiglahin palalo, mas madali. Okay? So, ngayon, in preparation for our Monday one-on-one training on what to do on a one-on-one. So, yung BOM, kahit paano may training tayo dyan, on a one-on-one, what to do, we will have some pre-work. So, what is our pre-work? So, ang pre-work natin is that I want you guys to develop what you call an I story. So, etong I story na to, or personal story, is your testimony that we want to refine so it's more impactful. So, number one, name and background. So, sa name and background, what you want to do is establish your credibility and relatability. So, ano yung credibility? You want to express to them ano yung mga success mo sa ginagawa mo ngayon. That's credibility. Work, success, summary lang hindi masyadong detalyado, hindi parang resume. Relatability is why you work hard. I work hard because I want to give the best lifestyle for my family. I want to take care of my parents. I want to help them retire. I want to, meron akong husband, he is sick, so I want to make sure my dad he's sick, so I need to provide him the funds for his dialysis. Okay? So that's number one. Ito mga three sentences. Maximum of 5. Number 2, how you were introduced to Nu Skin. Impression, then conversion. So ano yung impression? Ano yung first impression and how were you first impression? How it converted to commitment to business. So example, when I first saw the business, I saw the product, ang ganda ng product, but kung gagawin yung business, hindi pa ako masyadong sigurado sa simula. Pero parang interesting. So, ang nangyari, nag-attend ako ng events, tapos I eventually found out that through this business, I can achieve something called financial freedom, where I can earn royalty income at the same time enjoy my life now after 5 years by 35 years old. So I invested more time, and right now I'm already building the business. Benefits from benefits or expectations. So, ano yung benefit? So, if you've been in the business for a while, then you can talk about I have more time with my family. I am now independent as an entrepreneur. I am having time flexibility. I'm earning more money than before. Ngayon, paano yan? Bago pa lang ako, wala pa ako masyadong nakuha ang benefits. Walang problema. So, ano sabi expectation? So, since I started this business, I was very hopeful and excited. Kasi before, sa trabaho ko, dead end. At least dito, habang ginagawa ko siya, I'm looking forward that next year or 2 years from now, I can now transition to become an independent business owner, and I can have more time with my family. So, yun lang, one, two, three. This is the pre-work that you need to prepare. And before 7 p.m., you need to have two things. Number one is your top 50 name list. Number two, personal story. Okay? So that ends our BDD online training today. Uh, Again, some announcements. We are postponing the Dauntless training on the second week of October to give way to a series of events that we will be running. It's called Expose. We will be running Expose in different areas in Manila and in the provinces. Uh, we will advise you of the calendar in the next few within the week. And what we want to do is we want to set up increased inviting and presentations or meetings so that we can get more people. We can get to our 143 goal faster. Tomorrow is cash flow, 1 p.m. The deadline is today for the early bird. We'll extend it to 1 p.m. Transfer to TIN the payments for that for tomorrow. And we need it so that we know how many tables we need to prepare. And lastly, for those who are going to the let's all see each other at SM Aura later for the no for the Epic Essential Oils event. And then we'll see you again tomorrow at 9 p.m. for our failing forward training, and on Monday 7 p.m. on how to do a personalized one-on-one session that is more effective and is more sustainable. So with that, we'd like to end so that we can go on to SM Aura. We'll see you again tomorrow evening.